out the gate on the flojo. Fat brother with the logo, kids.
The borough of Brooklyn. That's the location for Grant as the season draws to a close. Most individual player stats are becoming more solidified.
And that can affect players' mentalities, BA. Since certain numbers may bring bonuses or trade interest, meanwhile, winning still has to be job number one.
And now the opening lineup for New York. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Towns in at the 5.
Claxton, an elite finisher at the rim. That is nicely done.
Outside Brunson. Towns finds Brunson. Towns on a screen. Fast break, Brooklyn. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Oh, the athleticism on display. Nick Claxton makes these throwdowns look easy.
And they pick up 2.
Aggressive move in the painted area. Just makes some things happen.
Thomas outside. Pass to Dimon. Outside Levine. And Levine throws it down.
Yeah, this guy, when Levine gets to the cup, he's going up strong. That's nicely done.
And after trading away a lot of their top veteran players, the Nets going young doors.
Well, they are, BA, and the rumor, though, says that they are looking to try to rebuild quickly. It's obviously a big market, New York City. And let's remember, free agency is a viable avenue to improve. And once they collect enough young assets, things can turn quickly. Boy, they're slow to get it going here tonight. Just 1 for 4 to start.
And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Pass to Thomas. Shot clock at 5. The Knicks pull it in. Brunson with it. The top-tier scorer, averaging a little under 25 points a contest. And he gets that one.
That's toughness. That's ability to absorb contact and finish. That is Jalen Brunson in a nutshell.
Here's Clowney. Pass to Thomas. Hook loose. Anunoby with it. And it's Thomas picking him up. Anunoby can't get it to go. The Nets have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Oh, wasted no time on that one.
And this is why you take away the drive. Doesn't matter. This guy's got such a balanced offensive game. The jumper's good.
Brunson on the drive. Got a piece of it.
At some point, do you start to think about getting others involved? It has been a struggle.
Thomas misses. Knicks trail by 4. And he drives in. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And the rise of Jalen Brunson has been fun to watch, Doris. No one saw him being this good.
I would count myself amongst those people, BA, and it's extraordinary. Jalen Brunson has proven highly effective, all league level effective, without having elite athleticism or size. And what that speaks to is his intelligence on the basketball floor. He has proven without those 2 qualities that you can be effective at the highest levels of the game. You have to admire it.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Hart can't hit. Brooklyn leading by 4. Here's Dimon. No made baskets yet. They set the pick. Here's Levine for 3. Towns with a rebound. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. Last time they met was in New York.
Yeah, and what was really impressive was they stayed patient. The shot selection was excellent, and you see the result.
Well, typically, Greg, great decision-making leads to great shooting percentages. I thought that team played a very smart game.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Here's Brunson. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Brunson's got 6.
That's his second make in 7 attempts. Not a pretty start.
New York making a switch here. McBride's checked in. Let's see some of the numbers here for Cam Thomas. A minute and a half left in the first quarter. Here's Wilson. Off target from 3-point range.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Towns passes to Brunson. Back to Towns. Outside Hart. And here's Brunson from the arc. Brunson missing again.
Boy, not his best quarter. He's trying to break through.
Outside Levine. Connects from downtown. He's got 11.
That's such a beautiful high-arcing jump shot from Zach Levine.
Here's Brunson. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes.
He's checked in for Claxton. Martin comes in for Levine. Traore comes in for Thomas. Here's Traore. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. From down in the low post, it goes.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Towns on a screen. Here's Brunson. Outside Hart. Outside Brunson. To the left side wing. Clock at 6. Here's Towns. Sharp grabs the miss. Brooklyn leading by 6. Here's Wolf. Off target with the 3. Here's Brunson. Missed inside. And that does it for the first quarter. Brooklyn out in front. They lead by 6. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. All right, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
So on the floor for the Knicks, they've got Miles McBride. He's out there with Mikal Bridges. Malik Beasley is out there with Mitchell Robinson. And it's Tuck Porty in at the 4-man position. Now here's Sharp. Yet to see a basket. Now here's McBride. To the paint. And a big finish by Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson understands how to position himself and turn the lights out. Makes that easy.
And really the heartbeat of this Knicks team is Jalen Brunson, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., the lifeblood, both on the court and his willingness to take less on his contract, giving them the leeway to enhance their talent.
Outside McBride. Back to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Yeah, good awareness by Mitchell Robinson. Reads the coverage and capitalizes as a roller.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. And so the timeout by Jordi Fernandez here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
And they got to
things that you know when you miss free throws is you're giving the team opposite you all the momentum. You're failing to capitalize on their mistakes.
Anunoby, he's checked in for New York. That evens the score.
Oh, Mikal Bridges with the big-time strength on that finish.
Outside Sharp. Pass to Dimon. On the wing, Levine. Coming off a 22-point game against Oklahoma City. Nice form on the 20-footer. Levine's got 13.
Well, in the screen and roll situation, Zach makes the right decision.
Outside Anunoby. Now Bridges. Back to Anunoby. And he jams it home with authority.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
The Nets have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Pass to Dimon. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Outside Levine. Sharp a screen on Bridges. Down low. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Just leaping up to the rim, no one could get in Anunoby's way.
And so it's Levine with it. He brings it up for the Nets. Following this one, they hit the road to challenge the Kings at Golden One Center in Sacramento. And that starts a 4-game road trip for them. Grant, you were a Hall of Fame small forward, so you know a bit about the position. What's key in excelling at the three?
Well, BA, you have to be able to space the floor. We almost never see a 3 or even 4 who can't make threes. And on the other end, lots of times you're matched up with quick guards.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Claxton comes in for Sharp, and it's Thomas in for Wilson. New York also changing it up. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Beasley, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Mikal Bridges. Here's Dimon, still without a bucket. Claxton finds Levine. Oh, Levine in the paint.
Another bucket. This guy just keeping his foot on the gas pedal.
Inside. And it's powered home by Towns.
You call that moving with intent and purpose. The big-time finish by Karl Anthony.
Pass to Levine. 1:46 left in the first half. Fires the three. The Knicks with the rebound.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Right side, Brunson. Jalen Brunson playing big right now.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Here's Dimon. Brunson defending. Pass to Levine. Here's the floater. That one goes. And that's his 9th made shot in 12 attempts.
When Levine plays with energy, there's very little a defense can do to contain him.
Brunson passes to Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Claxton passes to Levine. To the inside. And Claxton throws it down.
Punching it inside, attacking the heart of that defense. I love it.
And for New York, they're shooting a terrific 58% from the floor. Here's Brunson. Banked it in off the glass. Brunson's got 16 points.
And you'd think their lead would hold as long as they continue to shoot like this.
To the middle. Here's Thomas. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
That's agility and touch. Cam Thomas gets that to fall inside.
There's 25 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Outside McBride. Back to Brunson. Just 5 on the clock. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Good on the second one. Just 4 seconds left in the half. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. New York out in front. They're up by 1. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
And just for a moment here, I was wondering, if you guys were playing in the league today, which current player would you most... And switching gears to the game at hand, Jalen Brunson in the first half. He was on one.
He's imposing his will.
Thanks for tuning in.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Boy, Zach LaVine has been sensational.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
We've got Nicholas Claxton, Zach LaVine out there with Dimon. Then it's Cam Thomas, and it's Clowney in at the power forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And they'll get another chance. And here's Brunson from the arc. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. Brunson's got 19 points.
Folks, look out, because Jalen Brunson has caught his rhythm on the offensive end, and that typically means a long night for your opponent.
Here's Levine for three. Puts up a three. The three-pointer is good from Levine.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Clowney. Still no points. Now Thomas. That one doesn't drop. Oh, nice D from Anunoby. Well, Grant, last season, the Nets retired number 15, the jersey of Vince Carter.
Yeah, half man, half amazing. In his half-decade in New Jersey, taking 3 All-Star teams, 2 as a starter, and joins his former teammate Jason Kidd amidst the 7 jerseys we see hanging above us.
And here's Thomas from the arc. Here's Claxton. Hart pulls it in.
And I'm sure this isn't how they drew it up at the half. Only 1 for 5 here in the third quarter.
Right side, Brunson. Bridges finds Anunoby. Now here's Towns. Outside Brunson. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Boy, the maturation of Brunson is really special. This guy, phenomenal as scorer and facilitator.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. And a quick check of the 2K leaderboard. Here are the toughest defenses to score against. Number 1, the Knicks.
Well, allowing the fewest points per game in the entire league, this defense has been absolutely dominant. Give the coaches a ton of credit. Players are skilled and motivated. You've got good schemes. Very tough to score against this bunch.
Both free throws, good from Brunson.
Now, Jalen Brunson approaches the point guard position as a scorer. Boy, this guy can light you up.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Good. Knicks leading by 6. Pass to Towns. Outside Anunoby. The kick out to Brunson. The 3. The putback. Oh, the follow by Kent.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
The Nets have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. And the Nets making a change here. Wilson's checked in. And a switch here also for New York. Beasley's checked in. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Here's Thomas. Whoa!
My goodness, how special a finish was that? Go ahead, Cam Thomas.
Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. Nets trail by 6. Claxton against Towns. Down low. Shot from 12. And it's dim and missing. New York has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Here's Brunson outside. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Dimon. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. To the paint. 6 to shoot. Here's Thomas for 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Hart's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Boy, this guy has not had a great night, and it really has weighed the entire team down.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Pass to Wilson. Here's Dimon. 1:07 left in the 3rd quarter. Shoots from 12. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Next matchup, they'll be at home against the Wizards. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. Here's Brunson outside. Clowney pulls it in. 2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
Thomas outside. Pass to Clowney. From downtown. Drops in the 3. Clowney's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
This is the value of having those stretch bigs. Very hard to contest that jumper.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Beasley outside. Left side Brunson. Here's Hart. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Hart's gotten his first basket of the night.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
Here's Thomas. The Knicks with the rebound. Hart's got 5 rebounds tonight. And here's Brunson from the arc. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the New York Knicks closing out the quarter with us. The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And the Nets with possession here. So on the floor for New York, OG Anunoby out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Beasley in at the shooting guard position.
Yeah, Levine, not a guy you want to concede that mid-range game to. So skilled in that area.
McBride attacking. And it's Martin with the rebound. Nets trail by 5. Pass to Wolf. Martin.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Towns down low. And it's rejected. Martin outside. Pass to Wolf. And here's Levine. Over Beasley. Levine can't hit.
Well, that's surprising. This guy is a good mid-range shooter, just can't get it to go.
And a big finish by Robinson.
Well, you want Mitchell Robinson to finish with strength and authority, and he does there.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Right wing. Here's Wilson. Fires in the triple.
Oh, massive three-point shot. I mean, you can tell he wants to step up for his team in crunch time.
Yeah, when he gets going, he adds another dimension to their offense that can make a huge difference when the game's on the line.
Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Clarkson's checked in for New York. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team. Coach asked his team, can anyone knock down a 3? Reminding them three-point shooting will open up the floor, make things easier in the half-court offense. Everyone loves making 3s. Missing? Not so much. Guys?
Okay, thanks, Allie. Pass to Wolf. Inside. Here's Claxton. That one falls. And it's 8 points here for Nick Claxton.
There's a reason Nick Claxton has led the league in field goal percentage at least once. This guy is able to get easy looks.
McBride passes to Robinson. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
Here's Levine. Oh, Levine not messing around in tight.
You have to love how persistent Levine is inside and during the contact and finding his shot.
McBride passes to Towns.
Substitutions on the court.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Here's Robinson. Second chance effort. No good there. Some solid defense from Claxton. Nets trail by 3. Pass to Thomas to tie it up. It's hauled in by Robinson.
Boy, I don't love his shot selection tonight. You've got to work for better looks.
New York working the ball around now. Oh, Claxton with a rebound.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Wilson's checked in for Clowning. New York also changing it up. Mikal Bridges checked in for Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for McBride. Here's Wilson, covered by Towns. Book it!
Well, just staying alert. Great setup that time by Levine.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. It's a one-point game. 17-footer on the way. Oh, Claxton with a rebound. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 6 of 8 shots to fall during this fourth. Now Thomas. Shot clock at 6. Yes, sir, with the 3.
He really thrives in high-pressure moments. That's a big-time play.
Brunson surveys. Towns. Whoa, Towns with the power.
Oh, needing a bucket there. Towns doesn't hesitate.
Brooklyn has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. He gets the first, and that gives him a lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Well, this is the exact guy you would pick to take that shot. Beautifully done.
Levine outside, takes a 3. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Yes, sir! Moving quick, and a great assist in transition.
One of the best clutch players in the entire league. Step up, Mr. Jalen Brunson.
Here's Dimon. Here's Claxton. Oh, he finished it off. A beauty of a pass.
Wow, this team showing big-time trust, and Claxton delivers on it.
Outside Brunson.
Great job drawing the foul and almost converted the shot as well.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Hart's checked in for New York. Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. Both free throws, good from Brunson.
In a close game, every point matters. Terrific focus at the line there to help them keep pace.
Here's Dimon. Brunson defending. Levine fires. Hart with a rebound. New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Brunson. Yes! Using that window.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Expect them to take their time to strip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
When your stars shine bright in the toughest moments, Towns the look of a superstar.
This possession could decide the game.
And you really have to be smart with the ball here.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Shot's no good.
He's trying to find his shot, but at some point you have to start making these.
14.
First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6. And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, just terrific job knocking these down in a big spot.
Timeout called, Brooklyn. There's 21 seconds left to play in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
A lot to talk about here, but hey, this game is likely out of reach.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
Cam Thomas. And he can't stop the run as that misses. Brunson. Oh, finishing off a slick move. So New York wins it. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down,
Con